Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Golden Grace Millenary. Today's video you'll be learning how I made the zara cap and how I wrote on the zara cap. It's very easy. It's very easy. So stay tuned. Thank you. So guys, for the zara cap, most of us know how to make zara cap, but if you don't know how to, you can slowly watch this video, watch till the end. But if you know how to make zara cap, you can skip some parts of this video, like this starting point place. Okay, so let's get on with it. Okay, for those who don't know how to make zara cap, though this is not well detailed zara cap, okay, but if you, in case you want to know how to make a detailed zara cap, you can check my other YouTube videos where I made zara cap. It's well detailed. So for this zara cap, the marco I have is 2 inches width and 18 inches length. For the fabric I have 25 inches by 15 inches. That was what I had available. So I folded the marco into two and I notched the midpoint. I did same for the fabric. I folded it into two and then I notched the midpoint. So now I'll be moving on to the zara cap. Okay, I don't need to explain much, because if you don't know how to make zara cap, please check my YouTube videos, check my videos. You'll see detailed videos on how I make zara caps. Okay, so I won't be explaining much, just place it as we used to. Okay, I just added this part in case. Okay, so just take it as we normally do, fold it in and then fold it underneath the marco. Okay, and then you go straight to your sewing machine and you sew from one end to the other end. Okay, and remember, you don't sew on your zara cap. Okay, so after we are done stitching down this part, we'll pull this, okay, to the wrong side, because we don't want the sewn part to be showing on the front. Okay, we don't want the sewn part to be showing here. Okay, so we'll push it back a little, okay, to hide that thread you are seeing there. So just push it down, take your time, push it down, and then after you're done, this is what you will have. So this is what I have at this point. So now you just go ahead, fold into two, and then you take the measurement. Okay, when you are folding into two, one thing to note is that when you fold this into two, you have to make sure that the marco points, okay, aligns. Okay, then just make sure that the marco points aligns. Then you now check if the end of the fabrics aligns. If they don't align, okay guys, you adjust the marco inside so that they both align. It's very important. Okay, if you don't do this, you will short the fabric would short. Like, you might find out that it's not enough to go around your head anymore. So just do what I said. You adjust the marco inside until those points, those ends of the fabric aligned. Okay, so you can see, I'll take it again, and then to check whether it's aligning, okay, you join the 2 points of the marco points together and check if they align. If they don't, you just adjust a bit more, okay, until they align. So at this point, I'm okay with what I have, and they do align. Okay, you can see the marco points are aligning and the end of the fabric aligns. Okay, so now after this, after you've made sure of this, you now take the head circumference measurement. Okay, you place them down, and then, sorry, you will have to sew down. I forgot we've not stitched down here, so you have to sew down so as to secure the marco. Okay, you sew down. So after we've stitched down these ends, okay, you go ahead and fold them into two again. Fold the zara cap into two, and then you take your head circumference measurement. Okay, if you are head size 22, you take 11 inches, and you can add extra allowance for ease. Okay, so you just take your head circumference measurement here, and then you close the marco. So just sew down. We all know how to make marco, just few may not know to make zara. So I'm done at this point. So I'll take my thread, and then I'll do a running stitch round, you know, the way we normally do it. Take my thread, and then we do a running stitch. Like I said earlier guys, if you know how to make zara cap, you skip this point, this process of my making the zara cap, okay? But if you don't know how to make zara cap, you can take this opportunity and learn, okay? Or if this video is not, the zara cap explanation of this video is not so detailed for you, or you don't understand it, please check my other videos, okay, where I made zara cap. I made sure they were detailed, okay? It's not one, it's not two, okay? Just check it out. So at this point I'm done running the stitch, so I'll just knot the thread, and after I'm done, guys, we'll go on to the main part, and that is the stoning part, the writing part. So I use this normal stone, this normal stone, this is the normal stone that we use. You can use iron, okay, to attach this to this marco, okay? But myself, I rather wanted to use gum, and the gum I used was B6000, okay? So you can use iron, your hot iron, to press this down, because this is the kind of stone that you use iron, your electric iron, to press down, okay? But me, I preferred and wanted to use this glue for it, okay? So this is the chalk, this is called a fabric chalk, okay? And I'll be using it to write on this zara cap, okay? I'll use the broken one to write on it. I just wanted to show you what the chalk looks like. So what you're going to do is to write on your zara cap first. This is very, very important. It's good that you write what you want, so that if you make any mistake, you can easily adjust it before you start writing on it, okay? Before you start using your stones to write on it, okay? Just write what you want, okay? So what I wrote was golden grace millenary. So just take your time, okay? You don't need to rush this, okay? Just take your time, write what you want to have there, and then you go on to use your stones for this. So just quietly, slowly write it, okay, until you're done, okay? You can see the way I'm just sharing all this process so that we can see that I took my time to write on this, okay? It's not something you just do hastily, okay? Just take your time and write on the zara cap, so that you are sure of what you have. If you make any mistake, you correct, okay? Correct it and you continue, okay? So I wrote on the zara cap, what I wrote was golden grace millenary, okay? So, and guys, before I forget, if you want to use your electric iron to attach the stones to the writings, okay, then you will have to do that before folding the zara cap into two, okay? You have to lay it down and then write on it, then place the stones, and then use your hot iron to attach the stones to the fabric, to the zara cap, before you then fold the zara cap into two and stitch, okay? But because I wanted to use glue for it, I folded my zara cap into two, got the shape I wanted before doing any other thing, okay? Before writing on it and then using the glue, okay? So it depends on what you want. But if you have any question, please don't hold back, drop your questions in the comment section, okay? Comment section is open for you to drop your questions. Thank you. And now, guys, I'm done writing. You can see how I clearly wrote on the zara cap, okay? And when you are writing, make sure that everything aligns properly, okay? If you want, you can draw a straight line, like a margin line, so that you know what you write will look more professional, okay? But I didn't draw a margin line, but I later got the idea I could have drawn a margin line so as to know where my writing would start and where it would stop, okay? Just do yours professionally. So you can see, using my B6000 gum, guys, I'm already applying the stones. I'm already fixing the stones. So you just continue placing it. Just when you are writing this, just take your time, okay? When you are writing with your chalk and when you are gluing the stones down to your writing, okay? Just take your time. Just take your time. You can see the way I'm actually doing it. Don't forget, if you have any question, please do well to drop your question, and also tell me what you think about this video. If you have any idea, also let me know. Okay, and if you are a returning subscriber, I won't forget to say thank you so much. You are a very big support to me. And if you are yet to subscribe, please, I beg you, subscribe, because that will be your way of supporting me, especially if you like this video. Like this video, leave a comment, and also subscribe to this channel if you're yet to do so. So guys, I'll go ahead and do this off camera. I'll write the G off camera. See, I've written the G. See, I've written the G. At this point, if you want to add extra, you can add. So just look the way I wrote on it. Okay, I took my time, okay? And I love these BC stars because the tip is very tiny. Okay, so surprise, this is called a stone picker, right? That's what I call it. It's used for picking stones. Okay, it glues that edge where you see that blue triangular tip. It's a glue, like it's gum. It gums the stones. It helps for easy setting of stones, or arranging or placing of stones, okay, on your fabric or whatever you are working on. So I bought this for 3,000 naira. I don't know the cost now, but I bought it this year, 2024. Okay, I don't know, it's about 2 months now. Okay, so guys, it makes this work easier. The reason why it makes it easier is that you can just apply your glue, like use your glue to rewrite what you wrote on with your chalk, and then you start picking with this stone picker. You start picking the stones, and then you start arranging the stones on the zhara. Okay, see the way I'm just writing, but here I just did it just carefully. But if you want to make it quicker, okay, you just write the whole alphabet. Like, you can, if you want to write on letter O, you use your glue, your B6000, to trace the letter O. Okay, then you start using your stone picker to pick stones and arrange on the letter O, and arrange round the letter O. Okay, it makes it very easy for you. Okay, I decided to use this method, and it was very easy and quick, also neat also. Okay, don't forget, when you are doing this kind of work, neatness is highly recommended. Like, you need to make your work very neat. There is nothing as beautiful and as charming and fascinating as having a beautiful and neat work. Okay, don't forget to make your work neat. Okay, so just start arranging it like that. Okay, I'll go ahead and do this off camera. And this other tip that looks pointed, this part of the stone picker, it's used to arrange your stones. Okay, just used to arrange stones, set them so that you don't rub gum all over your work. So this is the stone picker. You can do well to get one. Okay, and I have other 2 gums left. Okay, that is, if this one is exhausted, I can always change to another. So guys, this is the golden grace millenary writing. I just went ahead to attach some other stones, like to add some little design with these stones that you see at the top. Okay, I'll rate my work now. Okay guys, rate my work. Okay, do that in the comment section, and you can make yours neater. So for the design, I have this piece of fabric, 1 inch wide and 34 inches long. Okay, so just fold into two, and you stitch from one end to the other, and you trim off your excess allowance. Okay, then you get your loop turner, and then you turn it to the right side. We know how to do this, right? So just turn it to the right side using your loop turner, and when you're done, this is what you have. Now what you do is to fix your boning. You know, this is a hard boning, so this is the strong boning. So just fix it in like that, and then after you're done, you'll see what it looks like. Now guys, I'm done, and this is what it looks like, and we are good to go. Now I'm retaking the measurement. You see, it's almost 34 inches long. In case you want to know the measurement I used, you can make yours smaller or longer than mine. So for the design that we have there, you just bring the two ends together like this, face them right sides facing each other, and then you use your needle and thread to tack them down. And when you are tacking your bony, especially this kind of bony that you cannot sew on, what you do is that you pick the fabrics. Just make sure that it's well secured, okay, before you leave it. Make sure it's well secured. What do you just go round, like when you are picking the fabric, you are going round with the thread. Like you go round, you pick this part, you make sure that it seems like you are tying it round, okay. Just do it that way so that it's well secured. So when you secured it enough, you would know because it won't be shaking any longer, okay. See the one I just brought it closer for us to see. See the one I'm picking the fabric. Oh, you cannot pick this bony. If you pick the bone, you will break your needle, okay. So after I was done and it's well firm, I just placed it down like that. I wouldn't mind design no go keep person. So what we do is just trying to make things the way it goes, okay. So just place it down like the way I did, okay guys. And then after you're done, you just when you place it down, you just have to continue sewing down, like you sew the same way you did the other one. You pick the fabric. You are picking the fabric now and not the bone itself. So you keep picking the fabric and you keep going round. You see, this was after I was done picking the first. Now I'll go around again and pick. You see, I went underneath and then I picked the fabric again. See, if it comes up now, I'll pick the next side. So that's just how to go about it. So you do this until it's well secured. And remember, when you are tacking down this, you make sure you pick the both sides of this bony, the part that we first held together, okay. You pick both sides so that it's well balanced and firm. So guys, I will finish this up quickly and then we'll continue. This video is so long. Huh. So don't mind it, but it's just to make it more detailed. So as you can see, I'm done and this is what we have, guys. It's ready. We'll keep this aside and we'll move on to the main design. Now for this very design, the length of the fabric I have is 80 inches, very long. It's 80 inches long and then the width is 13 inches. Yeah, it wasn't up to 14 inches, 12 to 13 inches. That was what I had, but you can make yours 14 inches if you wish, okay. But you make yours 14 inches. It's very, very important because at the end mine had issue when I was fixing my crinoline inside. So make yours 14 inches by 18 inches. If you want it less full than mine, you can reduce the length of the fabric. If you want it even fuller than mine, you can increase the length of the fabric. So I just folded into two and I sewed to the very end. After I was done sewing, what I did next is to turn the fabric to the right side. Like just turn the fabric to the right side, okay. So at this point I'm done turning the fabric and this is what I have. Now we'll arrange the fabric well, okay. Make sure it's laying well, make sure it's well. Then we'll get our crinoline. This is our crinoline, the 7 inches width crinoline, okay. I didn't cut mine, I just got the pack like that and then I'm fixing it in, okay. So when you are fixing this in, you make sure that this seam part, that part where you join them together, make sure it's at the side, okay, because we want to achieve a very neat work at the end of this, okay. So make sure that the seam part is at the side, okay. So you just go on now and fix it in. So after I was done fixing it, I would cut off the excess crinoline, okay. Now I'm arranging first. I'm just arranging, making sure that the seam part is at the side, okay. You see the way I'm arranging, making sure that it's at the side, okay. Now this is it. And I get what I want. What I do is to cut off the excess crinoline and then now make sure that everything is laying as supposed. Then you cut off the excess crinoline, okay. Now this is it. We'll trim off the excess crinoline. Thank you so much for watching to this very point, okay. Give this video a thumbs up, drop a comment, you can rate my work. Okay guys, so now moving on, we'll continue with the design. Now we'll be folding this fabric into two. point to note, guys, when you are folding this into two, please make sure that one part is longer than the other. Like, this crinoline is not supposed to get to the end of the one part of the longer part of this when you fold into two. What I mean is, when you fold into two, make one part longer than the other, and that part that you made longer should not have the crinoline getting to the end. Okay, this is because we'll be using that longer part to fold and stitch down to make our work neat in and out. We want a very neat work. So you can see I'm trimming down this excess because I forgot to actually leave some allowance. So I just trimmed down this part, hoping that this remaining part can actually help me achieve the very neat work, but it still gave me a lot of hard time. Okay, so when you're making yours, don't forget to leave an excess fabric at one end when you fold this into two after fixing your crinoline. Okay, so that you can use it to wrap around and stitch down. You see, I'll show you the way to do that. Okay, so what we're gonna do is that we are going to take that excess, that longer part, that excess part, okay, that we left. Okay, we'll fold it first and fold it down again, okay, and then stitch it down. You see, you're seeing this rough part because I didn't have enough excess at that point. So now I'm done, and we'll be gathering this circle. You know, at this point it's now a circle. Okay, so we'll be gathering it at this point, at that side where we have our sewn parts showing. Okay, you see that part where I said you should place at the side, that part where we joined the fabric initially together. Okay, that is where, when we folded the fabric into two and when we were fixing the crinoline, I said we should make sure that the sewn part is at the side. So that side was where I did my running stitch. Okay, because I want every part of this work to be very neat. Now I did my running stitch and then I pulled enough to make the gathers, okay, come together, and this was what I had this opening at the center. So to cover this opening, I had to pick from one, I had to pick it like east, west, north, south. I had to pick it and then I drew them closer so as to help me cover that circle, that opening at the middle. Okay, so this is it. You just pick, if you pick from this side, you pick from the opposite side, pick from the other side, pick from the opposite side, and then you pull. Okay, I'm not sure if I explained this enough, but you pull hard. Okay, so as to close that opening at the center. Now after we are done, we'll knot, and then would get our zara cap to attach to it. So this was what I had after I was done. You see how full it is. So you can decide how to make yours, whether less full or even fuller than mine. So this is our zara base, and we'll be attaching this, the midpoint, that is that point where we did our gathers, that point, that middle. Okay, we'll take it and then we'll place it at the center of our zara cap, the center back of our zara cap. Okay, and then we'll stitch down using our needle and thread. When you are stitching down, please don't forget to make your work very firm. Okay, stitch down properly and don't forget to make underneath the zara cap neat. Okay, when you are sewing, you pick the, when you get to the zara cap, you pick it a little, okay, underneath the zara cap. That is to make your inner work very neat. Okay, and then after I was done joining, this was what I had. Now I will get our initial design and then I will just place it. I just added this as an extra design. Okay, nothing much, just added it as an extra design. Okay, the main purpose of this tutorial is to show us how I wrote on the zara cap and how to make that rose design at the back. Okay, so I just placed it the way I want it to lay, and then I'll use my needle and thread to attach it to the design, to the cap. Okay, don't forget that when you are sewing, tacking down your boning, you are picking the fabric and not the boning itself, to avoid breaking your needle. Now I'm done, guys. Now we'll be making the rows that I'll be using to cover the back. Okay, I didn't want to add anything external. I just wanted to use the fabric to make everything. Now you saw the way I folded this fabric. You just get circle, make circle. You can make yours as big as you want or as small as you want. Okay, you fold, first of all fold the circle into two, and then you fold again into four, and then along that open part you do a running stitch. Okay, I believe I've done this before. So this is what I'll do for the 5 pieces. I have 5 pieces here. You fold, first fold into two, and then you fold again into four, and then you do the running stitch along the open part. Okay, so this is what I'll do for the 5 pieces. I'll join them like this, okay, till the 5 circles are exhausted. Okay, so I'll do this for the 5 pieces. Okay, then I'll close the two ends. So just keep watching and learning. So at this point I was done, and I had to bring the two ends together so as to give me that rose design. So just watch carefully how I join the two ends together with my needle and thread. So at this point just pick and you pull. So you pick, you pull. Guys, all you need to do is to make sure this is very tight, secure it very tight, and this is what I'll be using to cover the midpoint. Okay, and I'll be attaching it with my threads. I don't want to use glue. Okay, it has the space where I can use thread to attach it. So after I was done attaching it, guys, I had to cut off my thread and knot. So just see, cut off your thread and then you knot. You can basically do yours however you want to. Okay, what we do is just to show you what we got, and then you can go ahead to make yours even better, more beautiful. So guys, just I'll use my hot glue now to attach it. So using my hot glue, I attached it to my fabric, to the cap, and that's the end of this tutorial. Guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. There are many more amazing tutorials coming up on this channel. So this was me and thank you so much. See you in my next video. Bye.